A little better.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Now,
Maybe I should get a. Hang on, let me get a chair. I'll be closer.
Solomon out here showing off the ammunition.
Jeez,
All I need.
You said she's Louise?
Jeez, Louise.
Yeah, man. That's NRA Solomon right there.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going live, guys. Don't mind me.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Solomon.
This might be better. Yeah. Living.
Really, only heaven knows my heart.
Is everyone getting ready? Setting up?
Sorry. Oh my girl. Just let them say everything. It's not like that. We're not live yet. Yes, we are. Oh! We are. So
Yeah, with the Oh man.
So
how does this go?
Hold on, everyone. You guys just continue talking. I'll be right back. We are live, by the way. Gang.
How you live?
Share the live. This is gonna be interesting.
It is.
Are you guys ready?
No, I don't know.
Don't listen, John Doe. Don't be sweating already. We didn't even start talking.
Yo, I don't even know what y'all got me started off with. I'm just here.
I'm excited. Well, Super Kev got on sunglasses, so that's exciting.
Yo, Super Kev come with the good sunglasses.
That's exciting.
Well done.
The Beast is on a boat.
Do y'all
That's
know the
exciting.
reason why I like to wear shades?
No, why?
No.
Because I'm a world-class audio engineer, and when you diminish one sense, it heightens another. So when I don't see as well, I hear even better.
Amen.
Yo, you don't got to be an engineer for that, because you know how when you're driving, you turn down the radio to pay attention to your directions.
Super
So
Kev.
now
somebody's
you
gonna
just
dissect that
verified what I
phenomenon.
just said.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to be an engineer, though.
Yo,
I feel like that's normal sense.
Why are you diminishing the brother's skill, man? It's a superpower. Don't be that way.
All I'm saying is that's
Why
what
the
makes me
hate?
world class. I'm
You know
not
what?
saying
This is
other
gonna
people
be
don't do
bad. I'm warning you guys. This is gonna be bad. Why the hate, man?
it.
Why the hate?
So sorry.
Brother.
So that's why
I
Super
applaud
Kev
him.
always got shades on. He's trying to hear better.
Thank you.
Well,
You know what?
can I just interject about Super Cat? Brother, the one that you see wearing shit, I'm just trying to be cool, all right? I'm just saying. Because I need to be cool. I need more cools in my life. I'm going to borrow those shades. Watch me. Next time we do the podcast, I'm invited back. I'm wearing
You
shades.
can always go to the thrift shop, man. 99 cents and stop playing.
What?
Dude, don't start with me on cheap good stuff, man. Have you met me? This is my life.
Listen, man.
Cheap good stuff.
But this thrift shop is straight cash, though.
Going
So,
really
no
well,
debit,
and
no
that
credit.
You guys are like introducing each other. Hold on,
Own everything you touch, baby. That's all it is.
I mean.
What
Stoicism.
Hold on.
Say again?
Right.
I'm sorry.
We got
We
time
good?
out.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to make sure we were all here together.
Are we here, man? We are.
All right. Welcome to Pandagasms, y'all. Hey! That was a nice little intro where everyone was just kind of like mixing, mingling. And I love that for you guys, because typically that is not, normal amongst Black men. And that is the whole purpose. Can you give me a second, please? And just so that is one of the rules, real quick. Like, one person speaks at a time, because everything that someone has to say is valuable. So before interjecting, listen to what the person is going to say, because they might be about to say what you're going to say, or ask the same question you're going to ask. So just wait it out. So back to what I was trying to say before the Beast jumped in. What I was trying to say is the whole purpose of this episode and any show that we do this month is to highlight Black men and highlight the way that Black men represent themselves in romantic relationships as well as platonic relationships and in their own personal lives. So that is the reason why I asked for you gentlemen. And when Greg reached out, I was like, you know what? This is great. I felt like you guys would have great input and valuable input for these topics, because you guys have such different walks of life. And I appreciate all of you in different ways. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce the ladies as I normally do. I'm your hyper hostess, Panda. Hey guys, snap. Last time we introduced Big Cat first, so we're going to go introduce lovely Nettie Boo. Yeah. And we have the lovely Big Cat.
Yeah, baby. What up? What up?
I think Greg is our first timer. Are we
Yes.
popping your cherry tonight? All right, Greg. So therefore,
Wow.
the
You
beast
see,
first.
yeah,
Off the rip.
Tell us a little
yeah.
bit about yourself.
No, I'm
please.
waiting for the brother with the timeout. Let me get the brother's introduction since I'm the first new to the team. Let me
Okay, so
get the names if you don't mind. Let me in. The brother was just the timeout. What's your name, sir?
My real name is Frantz.
It's John
Okay,
Doe.
I'm taking Monica's nickname too, bro, because you can't be calling me the beast. I'm calling you Frantz. What do you like to go? You know what I mean? What do you like to go at?
What's
No,
up?
and this is since we're talking about Black Man Emotion. Whatever your animal spirit is, brother, bring it out. What's your nickname? What's your Monica?
Yes.
Just my real name's Frantz, man. Just mess.
Okay, Franz. I'll take that because Gregory sucks. That's why I go with the beast. The other brother who just wiped his face, I'm waiting for the cat.
The beast.
Sorry.
How you gonna be just cutting people
took
off?
over
Wait a
your show.
second. Hold on.
Yeah,
He's
I
trying to make
don't know
people.
anybody, so I'm trying to get my introductions.
Hold
Sorry,
on. You gotta wait.
sorry,
a second.
sorry.
Okay,
Sorry,
thank
sorry.
You, thank you. I love the accountability. I love the apologizing without. Great. Good job. We're off to a great start.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be
Okay.
one of these situations.
All right, Fran. So do you want to
He's
tell
John
us?
Doe. You
John-
see his name.
John Doe, but you introduced us.
I'm sorry. I can't see anybody's name because I'm on the thing, the
I'm
phone.
gonna read it for you. So,
Yeah,
Franz,
thank you.
also known as John Doe, tell us about yourself.
So
Franz.
I honestly I kind of need a script. What do you want to know? Because I don't want to divulge too much.
There you go.
I get
I just
that.
want a
I
name.
get that. All right, so I'll give them history on how we know each other. Franz and I used to be neighbors, so we've known each other since we were like 7.
Basically.
So there's that. He used to play Santa Claus for my kids. It was the greatest thing ever. And they really did think he was Santa at the time. And then when they got older, they was like, oh, is this Franz? But yeah, that's how we know each other.
Welcome back. We've
Welcome
had
back
you
on
on the
that.
show
We definitely
before.
have.
I've been on the
Thank
show
you for
before.
returning.
I've
Did
been-
you love us? No, sir.
I've watched a couple live shows too. And I've enjoyed Solomon's live show.
Yo, that's
Stop
my
leaving.
kid. That's my guy. Yo.
Solomon, stop.
I was like, we need him. We need Kev.
Big Cap,
We needed what we needed. He look like he working back there, so we gonna
He
skip
might
him.
be.
Let's
We're
go
gonna
to the cool kid.
So wait, hold
the
on.
One and
Before we move on, can we give a
Messing
little
it
bit
up,
of a
Kev.
script? Just because what we're doing, we're highlighting Black men, and this is the love month. We're talking about love, so maybe give your relationship status before we go into the conversation.
That'll be a good starter.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
So let me see.
I beg your pardon. Before you continue, sir.
Why you keep talking? Why you keep talking?
Exactly. Before you, I wanted to clarify the rules of engagement. Are sighs and these sort of emotions okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. Just clarifying the rules of engagement. Proceed. I apologize.
So
Sorry, brother. Go for it.
I've been with my wife for 10 years. We've been going on 7 years marriage this month. We've got one little girl, and
Well done.
making it.
Can I give some shout outs for that?
In the room, we got our husband in the room.
Maintaining black man maintaining. Go ahead.
No doubt.
Come on,
I
Super
want,
Kev.
I want the Kev. I want
you
the
have
kid.
Any other
You
questions?
know, she
No,
said the love.
that was it.
Love
Okay.
status. Yep.
Go ahead, Super Kev.
The one and only.
Ayo, it's the good. It's your boy Super Kev. We back. I don't know how many times we've been back, so let's just say I'm a regular over here. And
Yeah.
relationship status, single, father of one, just working on elevating myself.
All right. Solomon, it's your turn. You got the mic, Papa. Let's go.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Pierre. I'm 35 years old, single, no kids, never married.
Well done.
All
35
right.
and no kids. All right.
And your returning guest. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for
having you. So
Yeah, we had to make sure you got an MC.
Gotta make everybody happy.
She had to get with the program.
I had to get with the program, Solomon. Yes.
I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke.
It's all love. It's all love. It's
For
all
all
love.
the people watching, if you don't know what we're talking about, we'll make sure we put the link for the other episode with Solomon. Y'all gotta go check it out. It was one of the
Absolutely.
best
Absolutely.
episodes. All right, and then we got Mr. Boatman. Boatman, yeah,
Oh,
that's
shit.
me.
Come on. All this time.
Oh,
He dropped it in the water. He dropped it in the water.
all of that. Intro hype.
Yeah.
Oh, like, what is going on?
crazy, crazy, crazy.
Well,
yeah.
I guess we'll give our statuses.
Yeah, I was
while
just
we
about
wait.
to say, can you read my mind?
Yeah, you know
Okay.
I'm right here with you. You
Oh.
know that.
All
Check. Am I in? Check.
Yeah.
Microphone check.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I saw like you guys are seeing everybody's looking all cute and stuff. So I gotta get with it. Now I gotta get this together. Next time I'll do better. I apologize, everyone. Let's get the lighting. How am I lighting? Oh, that's too much. Jesus. I don't know. We'll work that out. I apologize. Where did I got cut off.
Good.
No,
Oh,
that
that's-
was
oh,
right there's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a V-neck?
I Beast showing the freaking, you know, look,
Taco meat?
taco meat. Give us
All
a
right.
little intro.
Let me bring me a towel. I need a towel. Am I appropriate in this manner?
Yeah, you good.
Very good. Okay. So what did I miss? The phone just fell. I apologize, everyone.
You missed your
You
introduction.
missed your introduction.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Me. My
Yeah,
turn.
it's your turn.
Greg, the Beast, 50. Relationship status, children, 2, but not sure. So it's a conundrum wrapped in a mystery dipped in nasty sauce. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these women watch my man meat, bro. I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Okay.
You dig? Me and my homie chilling on the boat tonight.
Can we dive
Yeah.
into the no? Okay.
We gotta hold on. Let's snap
So-
it up
Okay.
for his status. You
Welcome.
know, 2
Welcome.
possible 15. We like it. We like it, Beast. We like it.
Here for it.
All right. So I'm gonna be drinking. We're hanging on the boat tonight. How much time I got with you, good folks?
We have an hour.
Yay! Very nice.
Yeah.
So how do we proceed?
All right,
The
well,
virgin, lead me. Have your word with me, but be gentle. Okay?
We're always gentle.
Especially the dude with the glasses. Man, I gotta get my life together.
Yeah,
Let's start with
like I
Nettie.
said,
Boo.
man, we
Let's
could take
get
a
Nettie
trip to the thrift.
Let's get Nettie's status.
So hey fellas, I think you all know me because you've been here before. But I'm Nettie Boo. I am married and I have 1 son
How long you been married?
since 2016.
Well done. I'll take
Almost 10 years.
stable marriage relationships as kudos to that.
Almost 10 years married.
How long together?
It's hard and
12 years.
Damn.
well
12,
done.
12 almost 13 years together.
Whew.
That
I like
hot
it.
flash.
No, that's beautiful.
I don't know.
All right, Panda. Let's talk about you next.
You go.
Wow. Just turned the big 4-0. Joined the club. Woo. And I am single, very happily single, with no children.
Sorry to hear that.
And
Sorry to hear that.
Let's clap it out, right, Solomon?
No. Nah. Negative.
Kid.
Negative. You know you want to be hugged.
I would love
You know
to
you
be
want to be
hugged.
hugged.
I would love
Exactly.
to be
So
hugged.
proud to be single.
But the problem is, Beast, they don't get with the program. And if they don't get with the program, they
Okay,
get left.
gentlemen, let's run it down. Married, single, and I'm horrible with names.
Oh, she's trying to say it quiet. I'm sorry.
I
They
didn't
didn't
say
get
quiet.
it.
No. He's talking about the guys. He's talking about the guys.
No, I'm gonna ask the brothers. When do I start? When do I get? When am I allowed to get in at this madness about how she's so happy to be single?
I am.
Let me know.
We're
All
not.
right, you guys, raise your hand and give me a signal or something so I can, give me a signal and I'll get them because she's so happy to be single. No, she want to be hugged. It's cold in Boston.
She didn't say she wasn't looking. If you watched the last show, she said she was on the scene. That she is going to find someone this year.
But imagine these are the things as a single man, one of those guys Kevin Samuels talks about, and you meet a beautiful young lady that I'm happy to be single.
Yeah.
You don't want to come to have dinner on the boat?
No,
You don't
I
want
would
to come.
love to. I didn't say that
Oh,
either. See, just
pause.
single does not mean that you don't
Mhm.
want other things. You just went with that. I just gave the surface, which was I was
No,
single. And I'm
this
happy
is the
to be
surface?
single because guess
That's not
what?
that's not a surface. That is elation.
Whatever I want, whenever I want, spend my money however I want. I don't gotta pick up no kids, drop off no kids, cook no man, nothing. It's great. It's wonderful. It's fabulous.
So much to unpack right there.
Now,
Okay.
when I get someone who I think is awesome and he runs with the program, then all that will change and I'll be the cute little, oh my gosh, I got my man. What would you like? What would you need? But until he gets with the program, that ain't happening.
So my question is, how long was the last relationship you were in? The most recent one. How long was it?
The one that mattered or the most recent, he made it 8 months.
No, the one that mattered.
The one that mattered We were together 3 years. 3 years.
Okay.
It can happen. You don't cheat and shit like that. But yeah, it can happen.
So he didn't get with the program.
Right. He didn't get
He
with
was
the program.
with it, and then he dropped off the program, and so I had to drop him off the menu, and I went back to happily single.
Maybe the devil in details is on. He didn't make it. Did he die? Was he crushed by a train? You mean your relationship didn't work out? You're not sad about that?
I'm sorry, what? I don't even know.
I'm saying you said earlier. Let me rewind again. You said earlier he didn't make it. The last relationship. And the brother asked, "Well, the one that mattered." You said, "Well, that's a different situation."
It was 3 years.
Man, so I'm trying to dissect when it comes. We're talking about love and so on because I'm on the outside looking in, and a specific kind of guy looking because now I'm hunting, and you have someone who the relationship didn't make it. Like it's a job, it's a task. No emotion to this. I'm taking your words and just taking it, off the surface and dissecting it. Such so cold.
You're very dissect on the surface, and you don't even know what you're talking about. Let's start there, because
Right. I'll take your word. I'll take your word for it then, and your expression.
But see, you don't even ask the right follow-up questions to be able to take my word for it, so you can have the full story to be able to dissect it. Right. So that relationship was over 10 years ago. One that actually mattered was over 10 years ago. So no, there's no feelings there. Why would there still be feelings there? Why?
No.
I can be a person. I'm sorry. What? Why? They're dead to me. Why would there still be feelings there? When you shower and you clean off, that dead skin's gone, right? When you wake up the next day, that's a new day, right? Oh. Okay, then. So what are we talking about? Like
this things are getting so cold. I'm gonna get some more ice.
Let's focus on the subject at hand, Mr. Boltman, and get
which
back
is
to
love and the cold attitude. Yeah, which is love and the
negativity. We focusing on the beauty, which is
love. We are focusing on love.
We have one more lady waiting to give her status. Let's move on, please.
She already said
it. I didn't get to finish though.
I know, because Mr. Beast, Mr. Question Everything. Let me be happy single. Okay, so women are happy single. Damn.
You need a drink?
Yes.
Want a hug?
Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
All right. Let's
Virgo and the Capricorn.
All right.
It's not that.
I'm in a relationship and it'll be a year in May. We can go on now.
A year in May.
Yeah.
I
have 3
that.
Kids.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was that long.
I know. It seems like that crept up.
We dated for 9 months, which was a shock because most people don't make it past 8. And we actually made it to a relationship for almost at a year. I'm proud of me.
I love that.
Damn.
She said I'm proud of me.
I'm proud of me because I honestly can admit that my toxic trait is I leave. I will not try to work it out. I don't believe in trying. I'll leave. It's just been a click. Like we have conversations and then that's that. It's mutual effort.
Right.
So right now it doesn't feel like I don't feel crazy. And as long as the music in my head is playing, the relationship can last.
I have a question for you. Are you
all right, Solomon. Go ahead.
Are you the one that gives the 8-month time, or is that just the average, or is that something?
No, I don't give the time. I wait for Super Kev taught me this. You got to date for 4 seasons, right? You got to watch them through their seasons when they're at their lowest, and not seasons like summer, spring, winter, fall, even though that can align with it as well, because more than one thing can be true at once. So yes, literal seasons and then figuratively seasons, like at your lowest, how do you deal with grief? How do you deal with, and that's grief in different ways. You can lose a family member, you can lose your job, whatever the situation.
You lose $20.
Anything. How do you handle bad situations happening? How do you respond to life? You know what I mean? So a lot of people, for me, romantically wise, don't respond to life in a healthy manner. I can't deal with that. You know what I mean? So it ended up
or just
out.
not a manner that's conducive to your to what you need for your life.
Yeah, but my romantic partner, like they can remain like a friend. Like, hey, I don't hate you. You're not with my program. We're not in each other's programs.
Are we going to talk about
why
we keep saying program?
Let's dive in. Let's dive in.
Just for the people, for the watchers that are not watchers, the reason why
everyone
program is because Solomon
I ain't gotta say nothing to anybody else. They know
had a conversation the last time he was on, and he spoke about his program and the way and correct me if I'm wrong, Solomon, the way he would prefer his relationships be structured. So that's why
we keep referring to the program.
We keep referring to, well, I didn't refer to the
program.
I have. I'm not going to the whole night. But that's why they keep referring to the program, because it became a huge part of the conversation.
I'm going to keep swinging my hair.
So go look that's what triggers for our initial conversation with Solomon if you want to know why the program is so chuckling for me.
No, it's for you. Solomon, listen. We can talk offline, Solomon, because I'm listening. You want to help me formulate my program, get that right. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
You guys ready to dive into the
No, I'm going to have a program. No, I'm going to have one.
I'm sorry.
You ready?
Yes, we're ready. I'm ready for the video.
Everyone has all their questions, comments, and concerns out before we dive into the topics? Ready? All right. So I sent everybody the link from host to husband.
From host to husband.
Right. It's a podcast. It is a podcast. So that's where I got the topic from. If anybody wants to go look for it later, where more men talk about marriage. So basically what he says, there's a few questions where we have to discuss from men. What happens when you're in a relationship when the sex stops? Because it will. What is a man to you?
It doesn't have to. Don't say that. Does it always
have to? More than likely.
It can, but don't say it will. Like, that's not definitive.
So as a woman, certain changes in her life, like,
and men too.
Men too. But I'm just saying, when it stops,
it might get lighter. It might, but why does it have to stop?
It might stop for like 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you meant like just stop.
Not forever. It shouldn't stop forever. In my mind, it shouldn't stop forever unless there's like some type of a medical.
I'm sorry.
Unless there's like a medical reason.
So can I ask a question to the fellas around that? So are there times or instances in your life where you're not interested in sex? And how do you deal with it?
Amanda said no.
Amanda shook her head and didn't. No, I wanted to look at Nettie and then look at the men's expression of their faces. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to look at Nettie and them.
So that's my question. Is there particular times or instances or like periods in your life where you're just not interested in sex? You cannot be turned on. You're not interested in anything sexual. And how do you deal with that? And specifically, like in a relationship, if it's ever happened while you were in a relationship, how do you address it? How do you deal with it?
That's a good question. Does that happen?
Of course.
1 at a time.
I'll go. I mean, usually, if there's a lot of stress, it's kind of like I'm trying to maintain my family, make sure that everything's okay. The winter comes, the bills are shoot a little bit higher, so you're focused on getting your income right. Something happens, and you own a home, something breaks down, so your focus is on everything else right now to making sure like the household is maintained. So I'm not thinking about sex. It's not like I'm not attracted to my wife. I don't want her. You know what I mean? Like I'm still affectionate to her, but at the same time, like I'm more focused on like I want to make sure you guys are okay, and that is where my mind state is, and it's kind of like as if I'm fasting from it. When
the protector, the provider
wants to level itself out, then we become we're intimate, whatever. But for me, when it's stress, it's really I'm hyper focused on fixing it. So that's what I got.
Beast, you were agreeing. You agree it's only during like stressful times you feel?
No, it's everybody's set. And as you guys talk about programming, I have a thing about programming. People are set a different way. Sexuality is pretty individual. If we try to mass stroke it, it becomes silly because then you're trying to fit everybody else's mold. Me, for example, sex is just a little asset, a little factor, very little factor in my life. Because I have pleasures greater than that elsewhere. So, and as the brother was just talking about his family, that is another thing. It triggers when you are under stress or you fall back into the protector because copulation is ancillary. You understand? So you're not thinking about that when you're trying to be a protector, when you're lying in the jungle, and everybody's so consumed with it. I beg your pardon. So consumed with it. Me particularly, it's never been a thing for me. It's a pleasure, as if I was to have ice cream on a Sunday. It's not a factor. Okay. So if it changes when you get old in a relationship, It's a fact that we could manipulate that because it's part of a pleasure, just like having ice cream on a Sunday. You know?
Okay, that's a nice way of putting it. What'd you feel about that, Super Kev?
I definitely agree with John Doe. Answer the stress. Outside of stress, we can get it on.
He said, I'm ready to go. He said, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. That's right, Super Kev. What's going on, Solomon? What about you? Stressful situations make you calm down a bit, or you ready to go at any time?
No, I would say that I'm always interested in sex, and that would be a big factor for me in my relationship. I would just think that people need to prioritize. So, like, if you got bills to pay, then you prioritize working. You might work double shift, so you wouldn't lay in bed all day and cuddle. But I still want something when I come at home at night. Thinking about 2 weeks, if I went 2 weeks every month, if I have sex with my partner, that relationship probably wouldn't last 3 months. So for me, it's important. But we just got to know when to prioritize
Let him speak, yeah.
the other important things in life.
Okay, all right. So let me recap. So 2 weeks would be too long. So
No, like context matters, right? So
right. That's why I'm trying to.
For example, I was in the military for an extended period of my time. I would be away. So if I was in a committed relationship, I wouldn't be looking for sex since I'm literally away from home.
Right.
I don't know, if your wife just gave birth to kids, she couldn't be having sex within a certain time period. You can be expecting that. If somebody who's a parent or something like that, so context matters. So outside of those like major issues in life, if we're talking about generally, I do expect it more than once every 2 weeks.
Okay, that's a fair statement.
Can I ask a fun follow-up question before we dive into that?
Yeah.
So for the fellas that said that, if there's stressful things going around, they're not really interested in sex. When you come out of that stress, do you feel like you're more of a beast? Like, I need it now. I've been stressing for 3 weeks. Come get on top, come ride my face like a motorbike. Or is it just like regular business? And you don't got to give details, but is it more crazy, or is it just like, okay, back to regular business?
Can I ask a question so I can understand this? It depends on the sex drive. How much is, like the gentleman just talked about the 2 weeks? Whatever it is, how let me put it this way. What's the sex drive and what's the appetite of every person here? What's the appetite? How much is too much? How much is too little? How long?
I mean, I could do it every day.
Wait, time out.
You do it every day? Oh shit! Damn!
Before you guys answer the Beast's question, Nedra asked the question first. So let's stay focused.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Back to you, Nettie Boo.
When you guys come out of your stressful period, right, and you're ready for sex again, do you feel like your desire is stronger than normal, or are you back to like regular business?
I'm back to regular business.
There's nothing extra.
So it's not like a buildup.
I mean, it's like you missed, your partner. You missed that connection. So it's kind of like, it's exciting. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, it's like, yo, it's a while. It's been a while. So, I don't know how long it's gonna last. But like, yeah, like it's like, joyfulness, happy. I mean, me and my wife, we laugh all the time. So it's just kind of like just another connection. But like, it just feels good.
Now, how are you gonna go before we jump into it?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Beast.
I mean,
ask your question.
Yours is quick because his is for everyone.
The thing is, I just want to know about appetite because my appetite and programming is different from everybody else's. Sex is not something like I feed or act like that. So so I'm trying to understand. Like, for example, the brother who, I'm horrible with names again, Trevor, the brother who is married, right? It's the same woman, and you say you can have sex every day. The same woman. Programming, appetite. Wouldn't that be too much, or is that? I know there's a brother who said every 2 weeks is too long. I'm just trying to figure out everybody's appetite when it comes to this. What is it not affection versus sex?
I mean, if you're lucky, you would have both.
No, but I like what you said about that affection versus sex. Like, if there's not such thing, there's still affection. There's caressing, holding. You know what I'm saying?
Hugging,
Like
touching.
we're, you know, like I walk by my wife and pop all the time. Like, you know, just good.
Good job.
I'm gonna
Good
get at
job.
that later.
job.
I'm gonna get at that later.
Eventually, eventually.
Good job, black man. Good job.
You know what I
Proud of
mean?
you. That's right.
So it's kind of like you don't like my daughter is gonna be raised in a home where, you know, like I can see that my parents love each other, like they're affectionate, they hug around me, you know, like we, you know, if we're on the couch together, we're all cuddled up, or if I try to give my wife a hug, my daughter comes in, like, you know what I'm saying, there's an affection going on just because we're not physically intimate, like there is a touch
But you
happening.
still want to hit it every day.
Oh no, Pierre's talking about every day. He's
Oh.
younger. He got.
I didn't say I need it every day, but you said if I could do it every day. I'm like, yeah, I could do it every day.
Yeah, Pierre got that.
So because I'm big on affection, so I'm not big on sex. You know what I mean? I'll do the do because
So
I'm
let's
programmed
shorten
for.
the question. How many times a week do you men need it? John Doe, how many times a week? If you know, a perfect week, how many times a week? Since you know.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I'm 43. I don't know.
John Doe said 2. He said 2. He said 2 times a week. Looks
2
good.
times, spread it out.
Yeah, he said, you know, beginning of the week, then let me get my stamina back in. We got you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit, too good for me too. Listen, look. All right, Pierre, how many times a week on a good week? You know, happy, nothing stressed, nothing's going on, no pregnancies, no none of that. A typical week, how many times would you like to, you know, bang on your girl?
I would say.
You stop lying. Stop. Let him talk. Let him talk. He might say 5. Let him talk.
I would say like 4, at least every other day. But that depends too. If you're living with someone, that's different. If you guys are living separately and you guys are working, adults and stuff like that, so you may not always have the time. You have the desire, but you may not have time to do it. But like I could
But
be.
let's just say living together. You everything's good. Every
4,
other day? That's fair.
Yeah,
4
like
or
4 or
5.
5 times a week.
I told you it was 4 or 5. Leave him alone, John Doe. All right, Super Kev, how many times in a week? In 7 days, how many, you know what I'm saying? How many times you trying to slide up in it?
6.
All right. Look at Kev being serious. All right, now Beast. Mr. John Doe said 2. So what's your number for the week?
Depends on the women.
Sir, you can just never answer the question, sir. The woman is everything you need. She's everything you want. How many times a week, sir?
Women. Depends on the women. But
we are highlighting healthy. You know
4
what?
times.
Exactly. Don't even go there.
Agreement.
I can't.
Let me stop.
That
I caught
could be
myself.
healthy.
I caught myself.
Don't hate on polygamy. Why are you hating on the polygamy?
He's still didn't answer the question though, but okay.
Are you a polygamist?
Possibly.
Okay.
Anyway, back to the question. Your favorite one. Your favorite one out of whoever. How many times a week, sir?
Ooh. I can't call a number. Maybe 3.
Did y'all see that smile though? Hold on. Pause.
Because I have a good question.
Pause. Beast. You really like her. Look at him. Look at him.
He's blushing.
Look at him.
I'm thinking.
Whoever she is.
Tequila.
How many times? How many times a week, Beast?
I'm telling you, it's affection versus sex. What we doing here?
I'm
Talk
talking
to me.
about sliding in. I'm talking about the sex, sir. Get
Oh,
focused.
no. It depends on the woman. If you need to be beasted out, I'll beast you out whenever and how much you need to do. But I'm looking for affection. You need to hug me. I need to be hugged.
No problem.
Yeah.
But
All right.
everyone-
Next question.
Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
All
We're ready.
right.
We're ready.
So for the men that are not married, do you want to be husbands?
Ooh.
And if
Now I
you're
do
watching and you want to give us some answers,
Absolutely.
throw your
People in the
answers
comments.
in
Answer
the
as well.
comments.
If you are a single man watching, do you want to be a husband?
So Solomon say yes.
You do want to be a husband.
Okay.
Yes.
And then what about Super Kev? I think Super Kev going to say yeah.
I plead the 5th.
Really?
No problem. Beast, do you want to
Are
be
you
a husband?
unsure? Wait, plead the 5th meaning you're just not sure because it goes back and forth, or
Well, because that question was very loaded, and as a man, I believe that once you are a man entertaining a woman, you're kind of entertaining husband responsibilities.
Excuse me.
So I believe for a woman to even entertain a man, he has to kind of do those things. So all men who's getting something is kind of showing husbandly responsibilities. So as far as do we want to do them, I mean, it comes to us naturally. It's not even a problem. So then the reason why the question became loaded is now we're talking about finances. So then, am I willing to risk? Am I willing to risk half of what I'm on my way to for a woman who could wake up and feel whatever? So I'm like, in that sense, you know what I mean? Like when you start, entertaining the 7 forms of income in the way that we've been entertaining, it gets very risky if you really want to put that into another woman's hands. So it becomes a very dangerous situation. So for me, I plead the fifth. However, I will say as a black man, I exude husband qualities every time I step out the house.
All right, Kev, I got a caveat though. But what if she was a banker? What if she was a banker? What if she
does banker mean she makes more money than me, like Mary J?
No, and she's handling her 7 business, like she's handling it all. Then what?
Listen, if the prenup say, you know what I'm saying, I ain't scared. But like I said, we working hard towards where we working towards. So if you understand what I'm saying.
That's right.
I don't know.
So I want to add something that Kev says. I mean, when you have a lot going on in your life, you do have more assets at risk. But when I say I want to be married, I mean I want to find a woman that alleviates all those concerns. So those are concerns. If you've acquired wealth over your time, I want to meet the woman where I'm not thinking about, does she like me only for her money? Is she gonna be gone when she's mad, or is she gonna cheat? I want to find that woman that makes me want to run straight to the altar. And yes, I would like that.
So I know I keep coming in with follow-ups, but y'all keep giving me gems. So wait, prenups. Okay, so Super Kev said he wants one. So would you want one, or would you just really fully be invested in the relationship and just say, listen, I done found the one, I don't need it?
No, absolutely. I would do a prenup. I would not get married.
Okay. John Doe, did you get one with your wife?
That is like very
personal. Nothing. What am I gonna do?
Facts. I like that answer because that would be me too. Like, sir, listen, all I got is my 401k. We just gonna make sure we ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's why I ain't on Super Kev, because I ain't on the program. Like, I need to be on the program. I am beast. Because listen, because what I got right now, you can take it, shorty. Listen, I ain't got much shit. All right, beast. I want to know about you. If
that was
you
a twofer.
If you were to get married.
No, that's not the question. Do you want to be a husband?
Yes.
That's the first question.
And then prenup.
If you were to get married, would you have a prenup?
I'm in between and all of this kind of stuff because, like, and this may I would much respect and to Super Cat as a cat who Kevin Samuels talk about that 10% of those Negroes, those 6-figure Negroes who have stuff, and I don't know, man. That whole waiting till you get things and quantifying things existentially, all that stuff is sexy. But if you find something, you have to, I don't know, because it doesn't matter. All that stuff doesn't matter. This genre that Kevin Samuels speaks to, of people who, I wait till I get my thing and then she has to have, and so brings it to the table.
Beast.
I don't know.
Oh, well, that doesn't apply to most men.
Hold on. Wait.
Men don't have to worry about it.
So that's to answer the question, because the question proposed, do you want to be a husband? And again, it comes to the material stuff versus the emotion. Like, I want to believe in somebody, but I don't want to lose my stuff too that I worked hard for. You know what I mean? And I'm not speculating on this stuff. This is stuff that's real, because a lot of people speculate on this stuff. So when you have it,
highlighting
and you meet
Black love, we are
right.
highlighting. So if you
right, but hold on.
Your trauma.
So let's define that, because now in this society now, everybody's about what you have, what you got, what you bring to the table. Wait, hold on for Black love. So I'm about the emotion. If you feel that somebody's there for you, right, and trust them, and you have that emotion, I want to be like the cat, want to run to the table. But I'm not sure, because there's a part of my brain that is dissecting these things. Like, man, people out here in society want to measure up things. I want to feel something.
So question B.
So I'm not sure about the husband thing.
Say you found the one that you feel and everything seems like it's beautiful, and you guys decide to get married, right? And say you decide to one woman person, or in your polygamy group, however you decide to get married. Prenup or no prenup?
I don't know. This is, again, I don't know. So I apologize to everybody, but this is hard. This stuff is hard for me because, like, because sadly here. Okay, let me answer it this way. I always wondered, why do stars date stars, and why do famous people date famous people, or Chinese people date Chinese people, or the 1% date the 1%? It's because if you have, I don't have to worry about it.
That's
You
not
feel me?
true.
Well, okay,
That's
if you
not
believe
true.
so. All right.
I mean, that
If you,
doesn't apply to
but
most
that's
black people, though. You're talking
Not
about
for culture,
we
for
go.
money wise,
There we
maybe,
go.
but not for like culture and stuff like that. They date culture because you understand each other.
no, but money wise, you wouldn't. How would
Money
you
wise,
do?
a
How would
lot
you?
of the 1% stay with the 1%. You're right, because you don't want to feel like you're taking care of somebody.
Not only that, but may I exposure? How are you gonna meet somebody who's wealthy? How are you gonna meet somebody with exposure to it? And then sadly, after that, you qualify or disqualify somebody in a different way. Do I feel for I don't know. It's just hard. This it's hard. You know what I mean? So I don't know about the question. Do I want to be a husband? Because man, I want to feel that. I want to be responsible for somebody because I'm programmed to have that nuclear thing going on. But then you worry about somebody who, because everybody out there is like, well, you got this and you got that, and you this person, that person. So well, and I'm not speculating. People, and that's the nice thing too about these Kevin. I don't know. Caveat: I really despise Kevin Samuels.
We
I
noticed.
digress.
I mean, you're making him so famous on the show right now because you done said his name
Because he's an idiot and he carries my
20,000
name and I can't
times already.
stand it. Hmm?
You done
Yeah.
said his name 20,000 times already.
So before we get into the next question, thank you guys for answering. The thing about love and having a nuclear connection is it comes when you least expect it, right? So we can try to be as prepared as we would like to be when these things cross our paths, but kind of like becoming a parent, you never really know. It just happens sometimes. So
But I also think you have to be intentional. As a man, if you're pursuing a woman, you got to be prepared to pursue that woman and care for her.
this is true.
Agreed.
This is true. Everyone has to be intentional, though. Women
I'm
need to
ready
be
for the
intentional,
next one.
Mhm.
What's the next one?
Y'all good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. As black men, where do you go when you feel unheard?
Oh, shit.
When you are in a relationship.
I'm the
When you are in a relationship
last, Beast is
and
last.
you
'Cause we
feel
know.
unheard, where can you go?
Where do you
Pandagasms.
go?
Where
do
do
you
you
feel like
go?
you can go somewhere?
Pandagasms.
I'll definitely take that one. So one place you have to be able to go as a man is to your boys. So if you hang with gentlemen, especially other men in relationships who can understand what you're going through, that's unequivocally the best answer is to go holla at your fellas, right? Especially fellas that love you, provide a safe space, don't judge you, give you your 5 minutes to cry, and still provide the best answers at the end. So definitely hang with the fellas.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you got that good support system around
Seriously,
you.
having a safe
Yeah,
space.
for sure.
Some people
Kudos to
don't.
that.
Yep. All right,
awesome.
Beast. I'm gonna let you come in, Beast. When you feel like you're being unheard in a relationship, who do you turn?
Particularities to me. I have a hole that I've dug in Trinidad that I go scream into because I'm just never heard. You know what I mean? Just screaming emptiness into that.
Okay, so you have a good scream session, and then you move on with life.
No. There's a hole I scream into because nobody will listen. Nobody will listen.
Okay. All right. So he doesn't have a group of people or someone that he connects with to bounce ideas off of and things like that. That's what
No,
you're saying?
bounce ideas off of, but to have that kind of emotional connection where you could go cry and scream and so on.
No.
No,
can come to
none of that
Panda-
support system.
Call
that
us.
sucks.
For real.
Yeah.
Solomon. What
No.
about you?
I'm built differently. If plus the world and fear and all kind of stuff like that. But so the people. Well, my thing is, let me say it this way: I'm constructed because of my life and how I travel and so on. To not have those kind of relationships. I have one or two, maybe four guys I call, but even to different guys, you can't tell everything. So my situation is a little different. You, Supercat may have somebody who's been there from high school in the same neighborhood, that kind of thing, and you connect with that, and that's a great thing. And we need to connect as we're doing tonight, brothers, for all with differences or not. You connect, communicate, because that's beautiful for life. It's important.
Would you like to have people that you can call? I know you said you have your friends, but you can't. That's obvious. You obviously can't tell everybody.
Yeah.
You have at least one person that you can be that transparent.
Well, to my shame, is categorical. For example, I'll have something I can expose to my best friend, but I can't. Best friend number. I have three best friends. Best friend number one, and I have two of those are female. best friend number two, I could expose this thing to her and so on and so forth. So it's different. I don't have a group of boys as they do or a person. And it's, you know, I'm a bit different. You know?
Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just wanted to know if you at least have one person that you just be 100%.
Amanda, can I ask a question? How personal can we get in this? Because like Amanda knows how I move. When I was in Boston for 3 years, how did I move? I'm a different kind of guy when it comes to people.
You can be as transparent as you like.
What?
Pandagasms is an open book. You can tell us as much as you want. As much as long as it's based on question. Next, we have to stay focused.
Focusing on the question.
Sorry.
The question was, can you read the question to Solomon, please? What's the question?
When you're in a relationship
and you're feeling
unheard, do you have somewhere to go? Like, where can you go?
I go home or I go to work.
What if y'all live together?
And I go to work and get to the money.
But are you able to vent?
Do you have someone you can vent to and just like unload to?
Yeah, usually when I'm gaming, my best friend will play like Call of Duty. I'll like rage to like random people online, and then I'll talk to my best friend.
Okay, all right. So you got someone. That's fair.
So then you go shooting.
That qualifies.
Have like a lot of like built up anger.
Yeah, do you go to the range?
Shooting is like work. I go to the range every day, so I don't really like go there for fun. It's like work.
That's
unless I'm doing something like totally different, then nah.
Okay,
gotcha.
But you said you go to work.
Yeah, to get him. So then you go to the range. So he can't think about his stress.
Money, but not to like have fun. Like I can go work out to release.
I understand what he's going through. Can I say what it is? Because work is a function, and you don't have to think about a function. It's not emotional. You could go there and be in a safe space. Is that what you're trying? Is that qualified?
Yeah, I'm just like, it all depends. If it's a minor issue, then I just go to work. People calm down, cool off. You need space away from your partner, and then if you do an 8-10 hour shift, then you come back, you could rehab the conversation. If I think the relationship is tanking, then I'm just stacking my money, and I'll probably go on a vacation after it's over. So it all depends whichever way it's going.
He said, "You should really have time to cool off." That's right, Solomon, giving her space. I'm with it.
Yeah.
John Doe.
While crying on the beach in the bosom of another woman with a bottle of scotch. I hear you, brother Solomon. I hear you.
He did not say. You know what, John?
Well, we're gonna infer that. Watch the smile on that man's face. He knows what I'm talking about. Can you say Colombia?
Oh,
wow, he said you're a passport, bro. I'm done.
Negativo.
You say that.
I'm not a passport.
No.
I'm broke. I'm not a passport.
First thing I do is if I'm having something I feel like I'm being heard, this is what I've learned through. I have a lot of female friends, so I've learned this that the first people I do connect with are other married men. Because then there's a sense of common, just
camaraderie. They understand
exactly. Yeah. Especially an older brother who be like, "Yeah, man, listen, I've been this for 30 years. It's gonna be like this."
Man.
But to hear you out, and it's because I've ran into men who, when I was young, used to brag about not being married. Again, no shame to you. I mean, they were divorced, and they talked about how bad it was. And I remember. I can hear that.
In that, we'll come back to that. Go ahead.
And I heard that, and I'm like, how do I not be like them? So that was my mindset at like 20 years old. So I knew that when if I'm having an issue, I have boys like, bro, yo, let's go hit the cigar lounge. Let's talk. I just need to talk. Or vice versa. And like we hit each other up. Just emotional support. And at the end of the day, we'll talk to my therapist. Like, damn, like she got my nerves.
Therapy. I love that you said that. Yeah. How many other men are in therapy? They're not.
We try with them people, but it ain't for everybody.
Okay, that's a fair statement. That's a fair statement.
This is true.
As long as you ever tried therapy, or you think it's something you would ever be into?
I did it twice.
Okay, he tried it.
Oh.
For what? For relationships or?
Well, Solomon,
nah, they think I was crazy, so
I
had to go do that real quick to prove I wasn't.
There you go. That's right.
Who
And
is they?
what about Solomon?
Never
Look,
mind.
look, we ain't gonna
Never
dig
mind.
into them. Somebody can find him. So wait till
What I can say to answer Nettie is, it happened when I was in high school and as an adult. So in two phases
They were
of my
trying to
life.
get him. That truck be circling, Super Kev. Y'all better leave him alone. All right,
Wow.
I did go to therapy one time for a relationship. When it came down to do the couples part, she didn't want to do it, so the relationship ended up failing.
That's fucking right. Because if you ain't willing to put in the work, what the fuck were you doing?
Yeah, it was two phases. The first part, you start by yourself, and then the second, you come with your partner. She didn't want to come.
See, no, she
So-
didn't want to hear it. She was the problem. She wasn't with the program.
I mean, everybody knew.
No, I was gonna say to close.
But
out
my
that
thing
question.
about therapy. Go ahead, sir. Sorry.
No, because I'm gonna close out the question because we're gonna ask another question before we end the show.
Okay.
So just to close out that question,
Okay.
one thing since we ended on therapy, one thing I think people don't take into consideration is therapy is not the same across the board. It's not simple across the board. So you have to shop for a good therapist just like you shop for anything else. And I don't think people take that into consideration. So your experience with therapy, and I'm not saying you guys, I'm just saying in general. Speaking to the masses, your experience with therapy could really be the therapist. You know what I'm saying? So don't give up on therapy as a whole after only experiencing one therapist. You do have to shop around to find the one that works for you.
I feel y'all though, because it's annoying trying to find somebody. And the last time she just wanted to know my business. Then I came back, she had me repeating the same thing. I was like, this bitch, I ain't never coming back to you, ho. Then I had this white person who I felt just wanted black stories so he could go back to his friends and family. I was like, I ain't coming back to you either with your dog in the room. Why the fuck is the dog in the fucking room with us during the session? I'm done. Next question. Listen, if it was easy as finding shoes, I would have a therapist too, but it ain't. That's just annoying.
But to my
It is a job.
my thing about therapy is that it's not fixing the problem. It's just to treat the disease. You see, so it's just if you understand how it's formatted, they never tell you what to do to get the fuck. Excuse me. Are we allowed to curse? I'm sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
I apologize. All right. They never tell you what to do definitively, what to get to move forward or get, because literally by law they're not allowed to. Clinically they're not allowed to. So it's like a doctor with a sore. You have a sore, it's festering, and all I'm allowed to do is keep changing the dressings. And that's my thing about therapy. I'd rather go to somebody's grandma or, as you said, an old brother who's married. You know, they figured it out. They actually boots on the ground in country getting it done. And so these people who've been taught these dynamics of algorithms, how to work things through, I don't know. You know, I encourage seeking help, but I don't think therapy is for everybody.
Should be the end all be all. That's a fair statement.
It doesn't have to be. Yeah, you're very true, but it doesn't have
But
to
seek
be.
help. Seek help.
Yeah,
Everybody seek help.
you in a healthy way, right?
Yes, exactly.
Some people just don't have someone to go to, so I feel
Yeah.
like
I'm happy to hear that you guys do have someone, whether
Right.
it's piece by piece amongst different people, or you have your 1 or 2 or 3 soldiers that you go to, or you have that wonderful job where you can go and run away from everyone.
Or you got a hole in the ground.
Oh, this one with the hole in the ground. I cannot.
Listen, grounding is
Greek
a real
mythology, you got to scream into the ground.
Is it a well, sir? Is it a well? Is there water at the bottom?
No, it's just empty because nobody on the planet will understand. It's just screaming to the ground. Put the energy there and leave it. Then walk away.
All right, what's the last question? Let's get to it. We're gonna finish this with some good love, okay?
Did you fellas have any questions for us? We have y'all on the spotlight for 54 minutes. Do y'all have any questions for us?
Beast, you have to wait. Let them answer first. Because you know what? I love you, babes, but wait, let's
What the heck? I just looked like.
Because he was ready, yo.
Ready.
He has 1,000
Gentlemen.
So we never get to the segment of this thing. I don't know how this works.
All right. I got a question.
Go ahead.
I can't. Is it big cup? Big cup. I can't.
Big cup. Wow.
Oh, real quick.
Wow.
We got matching shirts.
We need to drop him off the call. He really said big cup.
I couldn't see. I was like, "What's that big cup?" I was like, "Yeah, it is what it is."
Real quick before you ask, I hope y'all shared the live. Thank you. Go ahead.
So, because I'm just, you have married, dating, single, and happily single,
That's right, baby.
My question is, can we get an abbreviated version of your program? So if anybody who's live watching could actually, say, yeah, I could get with that program.
All right, so my program. Why are you laughing, Nettie? I don't understand.
Okay, be serious.
So my program, all right, so I'm 40 now, so I would want him to be anywhere between 38 and 45, right? I would prefer him to not have children because I don't have children, right? So equally yoked. If he does have children, I would prefer it to be from one woman, and I would hope it's no more than two. I ain't dealing with nobody with more than two. And if it's two and it's a woman, I'm not dealing with you either. I understand that Black men sometimes get caught up in shit, but you cannot be somebody with an extensive criminal record. That don't work. That means you like the penis, and that don't work for me. You secretly undercover like that penis. You keep going back in there, you like it. That don't work for me. Okay. Let me see. Can't be undercover, has to have a job, can't be a homosexual, meaning you just looking to live up under my roof or whatever I got going on. You got a full man. Let me see. You got to actually like and love your mama. I would hope your daddy is in the picture, but we all know, I ain't gonna say we all know, but sometimes, things happen, but I would hope you love your mama. I hope you love your daddy so that you come halfway healed. And if you're not healed, I hope you're somebody that's willing to go to therapy. And to me, that may sound like a lot, but that's really just basic human being ass shit. I didn't say nothing that was crazy or astronomical. I didn't say how much you make, because I don't give a fuck how much you make as long as you got a job where you bringing in some money and you are contributing. I am good. I'm not somebody who expects you to pay all the bills. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Like I don't need that. I need to be able to work and contribute too. Because you ain't gonna be telling me, here's a stipend and here's your little bit of money for the week. Nah, I need to be able to stop. Them Amazon packages need to come. And I need to be able to say, I bought that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I ain't asking for a lot. You just gotta come whole or be ready to go to therapy. And you can't have more than 2 kids, and you can't have more than 1 baby mama. And you can't be in and out of jail. And you gotta have your own car and your own place. I feel like that's basic.
Can I ask a question? Oh no, I forget it.
Go ahead, ask.
Nah.
I'm curious.
Go ahead, I digress.
I answered the question. Is that crazy?
Engaged as he has been all night. Look at him. He's leaned in. He is braced.
No. I need Super Kev. So I need y'all to be serious. Anything that I said was crazy, that's astronomical. Am I asking for a lot?
Well, for the age group you put that in, I don't think so. But that's just me personally.
Okay.
I wanted to clarify that women don't have a program. It's the men that have a program. Because ideally the woman, what I hear women say, they want a man that lead them, that is structured and ready. They don't want to build a bare man. It's not the woman that's supposed to have the program. It's the man that's supposed to have the program. And the woman's supposed to find if she fits into that puzzle.
So once he comes the way I said, I'm following his program.
Exactly.
But for my menu, that's what I need because I know what
I'm bringing. That's the puzzle she wants to attach to.
Yeah, then I'm gonna follow that program.
When she finds the Mattel box from KB Toy Store that has that description on the pieces, then she'll buy that puzzle to fit into that puzzle program.
Don't listen to her,
Solomon.
I'm with you, Solomon. Don't listen to
I'm
her.
with you too. I just wanted to give you clarity.
Don't listen to Solomon. Leave. Super
Yo,
Kev.
What up, Kat?
I need you to answer the question. Am I asking for a lot?
I mean, well, yeah, in my opinion.
Wow, what part of what I
asked? Elaborate.
I need to hear it.
Well, first off, I'm on the Kevin Samuels program, so I'm on team. Men need to come through and have the program off the rip.
A bunch of bullshit.
So, my bad. That's just what I believe in.
But I apologize. I digress.
No, you good. And so because of that, I do believe to call the shots, the way you called them, and then he need to, only have 1 baby mama or whatever. I'm like, yo, that's a lot. Like,
First of all, I say
That's my opinion, though.
Joking with Solomon, but for me, it's called preferences. That's what I'm looking for in a man. So if you got more than 2 kids and you got more than one baby mama, that's for you to deal with in God. If you are under my height, if you are 5'3" and shorter, and I don't want to deal with you, that's your problem with you and God, your mama, your short ass mama, and your short ass daddy. But for me and what I need for my programming, you gotta hit those things. You can't have more than 2 kids, and you can't have more than one baby mama. I'm sorry, you shouldn't have been slanging it every fucking way. You ain't gonna get this.
I know my madness is a bit obscured, but let me ask the brothers. Brothers, the categories and things she just stated, are you guys, how much of those things are you guys? Been to jail, they ain't got a job. What are the other most of madness she just said? How much you guys fit? Wait, no, I think it's mad. Wait, no, wait for it. I think it's madness, and I'm open and very vocal about it now. You're gonna receive this. Here's it. I want to know how many brothers fit into any of those categories. I mean, like 2, multiple baby mamas and went to jail. I don't know. So the question then is, here's the question. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think statistically, the last time I heard the stat, it was like 3 out of 5 black men have had some type of formal interaction with law enforcement. So
that includes traffic tickets and driving without a license. I don't care about these things. The numbers, I don't know, man. Again, my perspective on black culture, again, outcomes are produced to sometimes fit the narrative. What is it called when the science of things, the 4 breakdown of a lab report. Anyway. The thing is, so be mindful who you receive these things from, but the question is to her, like, how many black men, what kind of black men are you exposed to?
But no,
these are the things.
Well,
the Beast, let's answer your question. So you guys heard her preferences, right? Her program. Do any of you fit? Would any of you fit?
I'll go first. I've never been to jail. I'm 38 years old. I think I just made the cut.
Thank you. He made the cut. He made the cut for everything I was saying. Solomon made the cut for everything I was saying. But then
hold on.
John Doe doesn't because he's married.
But everything else except I'm not employed on paper. So
but see, that's
Kevin Samuels again. Kevin Samuels. I
know he got his 7 forms, so that's 7
I said on paper, allegedly.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I'm done with you anyway. So Solomon, am I correct in saying, Solomon, that you fit pretty much everything that I said as far as my preferences?
Yes, I exceed those standards.
Exactly. So what I'm asking for is not astronomical or crazy. So
there's only one thing that makes it crazy.
Well, there is one thing the Beast did say, and again, I'm not even trying to say where you're hanging, but he did say, what kind of men are you exposed to that you are around certain individuals?
That is even your preview or forethoughts, is what I'm saying. Like, who are you?
What part of it? What part of the description is your?
You want to run through the plethora of things that you just said?
Yeah, I want to know what.
Like, no job, like multiple baby mamas. You're a young, beautiful woman. You should be dating the creme de la creme. Come on now. Why was that even in your Why is that even in your soul to even speak on it? That's what I'm asking.
That's a compliment, Loki.
It is a compliment. However, how many men do you know who don't have children?
Yeah, we said multiple.
You asked for 2
one right
now. One out of 4. 1 out of 4.
At 30
right, sweet. Okay. So, Super Kev, you know how I detest Kevin Samuel? This is the dichotomy. Do I touch on the Kevin Samuel? Because, my God, you have had you're 40 years old, you said? You haven't had a situation in your relationships? You haven't met something that a happenstance happened because you are not without child? This is the thing about it. We have to qualify people by these existential things, and it just makes no sense. Because you could feel for somebody who has a child. Maybe you could have that child without having a child, be maternal to that child. You never know. The emotion shit. Just saying.
Okay, so what are you saying? I said I would accept me.
I'm saying to you.
I said that.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
brother. Did you guys hear?
I don't want them to have
one.
I would prefer they don't. If they do, they can't have more than 2 and not more than 1 baby mama. I already said everybody got kids at this point nowadays.
You weren't listening.
Maybe. Sorry, go ahead. You were saying?
So my question to you, Beast, where can she find these type of men that you're referring to?
They're already married.
No.
They already married.
Come on. All right.
That's a very excellent question.
I disagree. I disagree. Say, I'm sorry, I missed somebody saying something there.
Where can she find the creme de la creme that you're referring to?
They're already married. I already answered.
No, negative.
There's a whole
No.
new generation of them coming up.
My thing is these characteristics, right, are in the general population, but some of them and the criteria are so high or different. For example, I'm a well-off man, but I don't like my mama. There's a reason why I don't like my mama. But if you hear that, hey, I don't talk to my mom, man, I don't talk, and you will miss the opportunity to have a wonderful, charming man like me. And this is what I'm talking about. These algorithms to work out what is the perfect relationship or the perfect man. The outcomes are silly. I.e., Kevin Samuel's an idiot.
Well, I think her standards were.
Okay, go ahead, Solomon.
I think her standards were pretty bare minimum. Honestly, the only part I disagreed with was the relationship with the mother. Some parents aren't good parents, and that's why the child. But I think being employed, being disciplined with your seed, I don't think that.
That's normal. Why you? I was hoping.
Here's the thing, though. But here's the thing, Beast. I'm not saying that if you don't have every single one on the fucking list. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. We're gonna have questions, but again, that's where therapy comes in. Be open to therapy. So at least, you know what I'm saying, we can have that conversation, or if we butt heads about something, we can actually just talk about it. But
I have a question.
You like your mama? I mean,
so to what you said, Solomon, she did, however, say if you don't have a good relationship with them, at least come half healed.
Right, I did. Like, come.
So it's
come
okay
ready.
if you don't
like,
have a good relationship with
your parents. But you can't come to me like I hate my mom.
But you can't just be sitting there, because unfortunately, this is a thing that women experience. You guys as men may not experience that because you're not in relationships with men. However, just giving you hindsight as women who date men, this is something that tends to happen when there are men who have not healed from their relationship with their parents. They do have a tendency to take it out on the person they're in a relationship with. And no, we're not saying all men. Again, we are saying whatever relationship you have with your parents, don't come over here like, I hate my mother and this is why I'm going to treat you like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, come with that, whatever issues you had with your parents, accept it and work on that, and don't bring that here.
Because if you serve your mama crack, you ain't like, come on, man. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Does that bring somebody?
That's where the screening process.
Now, wait. Super Kev put up his hand. He actually put up his hand. He wanted to say something. Go ahead, Super Kev.
All right, so I want to know if you ladies, this is for the men too, but definitely for the ladies, if y'all follow the 80-20 rule.
Yeah, because nobody's perfect. Come on,
So,
like that's crazy.
So the reason why I asked is, and for you, right, Big Cat, because with the hair like this, right, is if you write it down and if you wrote down everything, and this would actually be a cool episode for y'all to do live. Trust me, you could save that and do it later. But write down your list of everything you want. Like I'm talking, it doesn't matter what it is, right? And then count it, right? And then 80%. No. I'm saying you could get to a list of 50. Like this list can get long, right? You can start to get to a list that says no smoking, no drinking, must have a car, like whatever. The list can go on and on. I really don't care. But I want you to look at it and find 80% of it, and then look at either the guys you have dated or the guys that are trying to date you, and see which ones actually hit 80%. And that will let you know the at least the men you should entertain. And what's going to happen is if you find yourself hanging with a lot of 50%, 40%, then maybe what one of the gentlemen said earlier, where you finding these men at? But if you start noticing that a lot of men hit the 80%, then you're being too picky.
I need to start letting my guard down.
Exactly. There you have it.
I'm with it. And you know what? I like that exercise. I'm really going to write down my 8 things.
No, it's not 8. No.
So crazy.
No, I feel like for that exercise, you would need to get a lot more specific.
There's no minimum. So, for example, some things on the list, I do this with my friends all the time, because when we start to get to our age and the women are single, I'm like, yo, nah, this is your, like, it's you.
How old are you again? I apologize.
These men is in the DMs. These men is trying. Valentine's Day is coming. Somebody's trying to do something. So if the women are being picky, let's at least give them an exercise to identify what's going on, right? And we can quantify. Y'all know I'm the math man. So when I say 80%, it's not like literally put 10 things, 8 out of 10. You could have 50. Like, for example, God-fearing could be one on the list. right? Polygamous versus monogamous, right?
All 10 toes.
It doesn't matter. Do they have a card?
This girl tricked my friend and she had her arm cut off right here, but every picture and everything she posted, you couldn't tell that she had a half an arm. So she went to go meet the chick and she had a nub and she was
Write it down.
That's not
So,
normal.
I'm just saying it doesn't matter what it is, and your list can get very long. Let's say you end up with 100 things on your list. That is fine, right? You might, like, for example, I love to play video games. Maybe you say no gamers. That could be something you say on your list, right? But 80%, think about it. If a man is hitting 80% of your list and you're still not entertaining him, it's your fault and you being too picky. And that's something for the next episode to really get it popping. Sneak preview. Y'all make sure y'all tune in.
One's looking for love. You heard what he said.
I just want to point something out real quick. Did you see the accountability? Oh, I know that made y'all panties wet if you had some. Did you see the accountability? Because y'all black men, not all of you, but there's a few out there that like to say black women don't hold themselves accountable. You just watched it. You want us to hit rewind and do it over.
Beast don't even want to accept it. Beast don't even want to accept it.
Did y'all hear?
No. You see, no.
Flowers? Are we giving flowers?
I don't know. I don't want to put gunpowder on the goddamn fire to Super Cat because I don't want to hurt feelings in here. But again, all that existential, all that, the big list, beautiful thing. You quantify 80% on the proportion on the statistic. Yeah, I'm a numbers guy too. But all that washed away when you feel for somebody, bro. That's what I'm saying. This Kevin Samuel attitude. Wait for it. This Kevin Samuel attitude about calculating the existential. How about the feeling, my friend?
Stop bringing
none of that matters when you feel for somebody. Yeah.
Yo, that whole feeling thing. Listen. See,
talk to me.
Well,
you gotta
quantify that.
I'm gonna quantify it right now. Go ahead, Panda.
Can you guys hold that thought because Frantz wanted to say something? No,
he's laughing. He's enjoying the sparring.
I'm laughing because I'm chilling. I'm good. All
right, I got you.
I'm out the game.
So it all goes out the window with the feeling, and guess what? I totally agree, and so does ration. So if you're a man and you're operating on emotion on that level, then there's a certain level of rationality that is out the window, which prevents you from being the proper leader. Which is why I believe the 80% makes sense, because there are going to be times where you disagree with your relationship or with your significant other in your relationship. And that is where that 80% comes in. If y'all share similar values, then you don't have to worry about arguing too much about stuff that's not important, i.e., why are you playing that game? I'm playing this game to relax, and now you're bringing me stress playing my game, right? Because we weren't on that same wavelength when it came to the 80-20. But go ahead. I know you got something to say. Go for it, brother.
You're daggone right. Again, if somebody feels for you, loves you, again, on that nuclear level, all right? All that quantification of the existential things, how much money you make, how tall you are, there's some, and I hope you never experience it. I hope many people never experience it. That thing you have for somebody that's, I can say, irrational. But again, as a person who's led things and led people, I don't think emotion should be devoid of leadership. I think that's another cold-hearted, quantify the world, how much money you got and what your status is and so on and so forth. And that shouldn't be in a relationship. It shouldn't be a thing about.
It should. It absolutely should.
I'm listening.
Because your ability to generate income. Sorry, will somebody say something?
No, all
right.
I mean, there has
I think
to be
Trevor will say something.
Hold on, Solomon. He was explaining himself. You hold that thought, please. Go ahead, Kev.
Oh, I was saying that your ability to generate income. So when you hear people or women say, I want a man that makes 6 figures, it's not necessarily the money, it's the discipline behind it. So you have to understand what it means. It doesn't necessarily mean literally he makes 100,000, he's good. But if he makes 99,999, he's no good. That's not how it goes. However, when the average American salary is 36,000 and you can triple that, it shows that you're a little bit better than average. I like when I flex my accounts on people. I do. It lets you know I work harder than you. I wake up at 3 a.m. You don't. You know what I mean? I hit the gym. You don't.
Okay. So you see, but we're talking about love here, black love, right?
Wait, Beast. Solomon needed to jump in. Go ahead, Solomon.
Yeah, Solomon. Sorry.
I was gonna say, why are we arguing about bare minimum standards? Being employed, having housing, having transportation.
Thank you, Solomon. Thank you.
We gotta
About the love, baby. Let's get to the love, man. Let's get to the love. Quantifying these things.
It does matter. You see a lot of these women falling in love with bum ass dudes that got no job, no car, no ambition.
Why you gotta be a bum ass dude? Because you never know. Why you gotta be a bum ass dude?
No, I'm not taking care of you.
Allegedly.
You love yourself.
I need more than
You love
love.
yourself and you love your spouse. You're gonna provide the bare minimums of life: food, shelter, security, quality of life. Like let's set a standard here. We're not gonna be advising
Yes,
our
but the
daughters
day.
and our sisters to date men with no ambition. I'm not talking about
Nah, no ambition doesn't mean earnings, my friend. Let me jump in here. No ambition doesn't mean earnings. Let's clear it up right now. The brother who doesn't have his W-2s. Right, sorry.
I'm talking about providing the bare necessities of life: food, shelter, water, quality of life, security. That's a minimum. You got to get up, you got to go to work. And if you don't have those, you should not be searching for love. You should not be trying to fall in love with that person. We're not talking about a great house. We're just talking about it could be a studio apartment, and that's all you can afford, but at least you have that. So we got to set a standard, because would you advise your daughter, your sister, your mother to date that type of man? Hell no. Man doesn't love
Yes,
himself.
I would. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Wait.
Let me tell you why. Don't excuse me. No shame on you, brother, because again, money and numbers.
A man of no job.
Hold on, let me finish.
Transportation.
Thought.
You'd recommend your daughter date a man with no job, no transportation, no housing, no ambition.
Solomon, I got a question for you.
Wait for it. That's why I paused. Go ahead.
I was gonna say,
no, I just want to jump in earlier. Just really quick. That's why I jumped in earlier. Ambition doesn't mean earnings. The ambition doesn't mean earnings. I would want my daughter to have the guy. Okay, Barack Obama. Let's tell a story.
I'm just not dating potential. Period. You gotta
have 0.1% of men.
Solomon, I got a question for you.
Kev, can you wait, please? Kev, wait.
Oh man,
Greg, are you done? I want you to finish your thought.
Me?
Yes, I want you to.
Okay, no, I would like to one thing. Barack Obama, under your stipulation, good sir, Michelle would never exist. Why? Because imagine the story, and this is a true story. I'm sitting here, girl. I want to be president of trans. It's my own story. I'm sorry, but that's subconscious. I want to be president of America, and I know you're my boss, and I ain't got no money, and the car has a hole in it. But I'm telling you, this is me. I'd rather my daughter deal with a guy who earns nothing and has the world of ambition than money. Because when you get to money, bro, you realize it's nothing. A guy has a Lamborghini, the other guy you're competing with has a helicopter. It doesn't matter. Emotion. That's what I'm saying. I get all falls on them. Say again, I'm sorry?
You're gonna let your daughter take care of that man because he has ambition.
And there it is. And there again, existentialism. When you behave that way, it comes from a place of hunger and deficit. If you believe in wealth and abundance, you don't think that way. You don't behave that way. You live a different way. You think a different way. You act a different way.
Wait, what do you
hold on?
Wait.
Hold that thought, because Solomon.
When you come with abundance, that means you don't think that way. What do you mean? Somebody got to pay the bills. So if you got ambition and no job, who gonna pay the bills?
You're talking about Lamborghini. I'm talking about a Honda Civic. I said transportation. I didn't say it
has to be ambition. I am for ambition versus earnings, because with ambition you can get earnings. You understand?
Life is about results. If you don't generate income, you don't have a place.
No, it's not. Life is about results.
Yes, it's about results.
That's horrible to think.
If you don't
provide, let's go down the rabbit hole. Can we go down the rabbit hole on that one?
As much as I would love to continue this, I need you both to hold that thought. I'm gonna have Super Kev jump in and tell me what he was gonna say.
Mr. Solomon, I got a question for you, because you mentioned would you want your daughter to marry that? I don't have a daughter. I have a son, by the way. But
no, he was asking.
I understand. I understand. So I'm asking you, what existed first, love or riches?
I didn't say anything about riches. I said providing the bare necessities. It had nothing to do with rich.
That's fine. I was just asking to say I didn't even why you said that.
The average American makes $45K a year. I never said anything about rich. I said providing.
No, I asked you a question, bro. I don't know if I asked it clearly. Let me ask again. In the history of mankind, what do you believe existed first, love or riches?
I believe love was.
So then why can't my daughter marry someone who has no riches but is full of love?
I didn't say that.
But you are saying that. That's your backing. You've repeatedly said it in very. Go ahead.
Indirectly.
I'll
Was
I
that
was
your
very specific about the things. There's a lot of men that are unemployed, that don't have the ambition. They're not working. They don't want to get an education to develop a skill. Don't date these men. They don't love themselves. How could you be a man pursuing a woman and you don't have the ability to provide for yourself, for that woman,
That is
or any potential
crazy.
children that you may have? That's how you end up with all these
That is
bums.
Provide
They-
what for yourself? Because everything I heard was going back to
the
riches.
bare necessities of life: food, shelter, security.
Slow down, slow
clothing.
down. What about time?
A job.
I think all of that goes back to
Because
like
we're talking about black love. Black love.
Time is the most valuable form of currency. That's
have
why
And
a
health.
relationships
And
take
health.
place.
Time and
we're
health.
gonna
Time and
have to
health.
do another recording because
Guys, we're gonna have to have
it's
you
too
all
late.
come back.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to do a part two.
No,
this is
We're gonna have to do a part
Just when we
two.
were getting warm, gentlemen. Just when we were getting
Yo,
warm.
get started.
Guys,
Housing.
guys, we definitely have to do a part two because we're going like
Way
we're,
too
we're
far.
way
Yeah, it's an
far
hour and
over
20
the
minutes.
time. This was a great conversation. Please agree to come back. But I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna leave this on a cliffhanger. I agree with Solomon.
Thank you. But we gonna pause.
You would as a black woman. You would. No, you would as a black woman. Let me really speak high. You would as a black woman. Let me leave a real cliffhanger. You would as a black woman. Yeah, you would.
Hey, yo, Solomon,
Super
you
Kev,
gotta come
let me
back.
fire. Fuel to the fire. Yeah, you would say that as a black woman. And what? Uh-huh.
Don't
Look, my man. Look, my man. Carry up. Yo, as a married man, he's like, you're damn right, Greg. Yeah, I ain't scared of none of them. I ain't scared. What is you guys? Can I use exclusive on this thing?
You can't have
Is
a
it?
family
Can I, in the immortal words of the great philosopher and poet Bernie Mac, I ain't scared of you hosts. Come on now. I didn't mean you guys. I meant, the Bernie Mac skit thing. Okay. All right.
Guys, we're
Pretty
gonna
all right.
go on the cliffhanger. We're gonna leave it on the cliffhanger. We're gonna find a time where we
We
can
can still
all
talk
be
to them.
available. No, let's keep it going. So we can all be
Like,
available to do this again because I know the people that just joined in are like, I just joined in at the best part, and you did, but you're late. So next time,
You're
be on
mad,
time because
yo.
we were actually on time this
I'm on
time, and I
time, yo.
appreciate that. So Tashi will be in touch with all four of you gentlemen if you would like to come back to do a part two for this. If you're
We owe it to
interested,
the people.
all right,
Yeah,
and that
that's
works.
the
So we'll
conversation.
organize the conversation. We'll organize the date where we'll all be available to get together again. Let's shoot for sometime in March, and that way we'll give people time to get their schedules together so they could come and sit down and watch it too. Because I know they want to finish the conversation. So get your questions, get your thoughts, get
I'm
everything
available
together.
next Wednesday because I'm ready to shut.
Oh, you
want to
do it next week? Y'all ready next week? Y'all want to do
Playing.
this
We got
next
the
week?
people ready.
I want questions from the audience.
Like, he's on some
Can we have a part
stupid.
two?
Like, I'm just gonna say this the end of the show. Beast, just fall off the boat.
You rather
Like
be
at
a
this point. Like,
Hold on.
come
We're gonna make it
You don't want that work.
Water can
I
dance
Talking
it.
about you better surprise. I agree with Trevor. Mhm.
I like
Okay,
this.
say
I like
no.
this. So hold
Okay,
on.
say
It'll be
no.
before the month is over. We're
Yes,
gonna make sure
yes.
everyone is
We're
available.
trying
for
our
next week.
hardest.
We're
I'm
gonna try
ready.
our hardest for next week.
Mm.
We'll all be in touch. Frantz, you coming back? Because you
Yeah,
got a daughter.
yeah, I
You
got much
started
to do.
me just say you have
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna let
daughter.
my hair down. So when I shake it back and forth, you really gonna see it.
Listen,
All right,
man.
y'all.
Listen,
I'm
all I
gonna
did
give
was
you
ask a
guys-
question. I didn't know it's going to take 30 minutes of the time afterwards.
Burn it down, man. Burn it down.
Now you know what to
Love you for
prepare
that,
for. Get your
John
questions
Doe.
ready, guys. Once again, I appreciate you guys for coming in. Thank you for giving all your perspectives. All of you gentlemen's input was valuable. Please make sure you share the live. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys will be able to find us. We'll be collaborating with Spark FM soon, so you'll also be able to catch us there. So, shout out to collabs. So, with that being said, do you guys want to give any shout outs to anybody before we end the live?
Shout out to my wife.
I love that. Shout out to the wife.
That black love.
But and honestly, Pandagasms, don't give out y'all last because you did make this happen. But shout out to the fellas, dog. Like y'all really, what I'm saying, like you could have been fake about, but y'all really just kept it 100. I think all four of us like really shared our
Yes.
experience.
Thank you,
It
Black
made it
man.
real.
Thank you. We
Love
appreciate
y'all
that.
for that.
So it was a rich experience. I didn't know what to expect. Pandagasms, appreciate y'all.
Anytime.
That's all I got.
Solomon, do you want any shout outs?
I'm rooting for everybody black.
Everybody black. He's rooting for
Everybody black. Okay. I hear that.
I'm sorry, Super Kev, go ahead.
I'll be quick. I just want a big salute to Pandagasms, everybody in the chat, and everybody who's going to watch in the future. Make sure y'all tune in next time for part 2. It's going to be lit.
It is. It's always lit. All right, Beast. You got the floor, baby.
I want to say congratulations and a big shout out to Amanda for putting thoughts into action and actuating life. She talked about this podcast and so on and so forth. And this is literally, I'm about to be in social media in a major way. And this is my first time, literally, you guys pop my cherry, being live and talking to the public and so on and so forth. But more importantly,
not just ambition get you when you actually do it.
A black woman cutting me off as usual. Where was I? I'm next time I'm bringing the fire, everybody. I'm sorry. I was quite timed because we're back to Vanna. Brenda, seriously though, I want to tell you, the fact that you actuate your ideas makes you a superstar in my mind, and I'm a superstar, and you know that. You dig? So you are wonderful beyond compare and beautiful beyond measure. I'm grateful to be here with you guys, the whole team. Congratulations to anybody who signed in and made comments and so on and so forth. I hope and look forward to seeing you all, you beautiful fellas and felines, another time. You're wonderful, all of you guys. All right?
And make sure you come back, Beast. Thank you for that.
I'll do my best.
A shout out to the team.
Hey, but fellas, we bring the heat next time.
Bring all
Bernie Mac style.
Shout out to my team, because without my ladies here, there would be no Pandagasms, because we definitely started.
Wonderful. All you guys, beautiful. Thanks for having me.
Bedroom on her bed with a computer, like, let's go. So yes, definitely shout out to my girls. It's been 5 years now that we've been pushing through. As you can see, we're all adults. Organizing schedules is not always the easiest, but somehow we make it work. So it just goes to show that Black women can work together. We're not all catty.
We will deal with stereotypes, and then can we, Super Cat, you're good with topics, man. Can we deal with stereotypes, Black African stereotypes the next time? Put it on this podcast.
Put that in the question. Black women, because Black
women. No, what I'm saying is we have these stereotypes about ourselves and so on. Black women can't work together. Who says that? Where? You guys are working together quite to me.
And we like to break stigma. So that's why we have all you wonderful, positive Black men on the show. To break all that negativity, all those crazy stigmas that are out there about us, we're breaking those barriers. That's what we're here for. That is exactly what we're here for. So thank you.
Good night.
For coming to this show. You know where to find us. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the live. We'll see you guys again.
Kev, I didn't need you checking me like that. I'm going to end it right there. I didn't need you checking me like that. Well, if they in your inbox and they hitting the numbers,